Hey guys, it's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my best purchases in my 20s. Now, this is a video that's been going around YouTube, and when I watched other people's videos, I just thought that is such an interesting video idea, and it got me self-reflecting. Now, I have a variety of different purchases to talk about, but all of these purchases have made my life more convenient, easier, or just happier. Starting off with number one, and that is an everyday pair of shoes. Now, these can be in whatever style shoes you prefer. For me personally, my everyday shoes are the Nike Air Force Ones. They're looking a little rough right now because I have honestly worn them every single day for the past 2 years. They are really versatile, and I have worn them with truly everything. I've paired them with jeans, skirts, trousers, dresses, you name it, and they just always manage to look good. I actually purchased another version, the Nike Air Force One Shadow, in this really fun colorway, and I wear those pretty often as well. Most of us probably spend a lot of our days up on our feet, so having a pair of high quality shoes that are comfortable and versatile is pretty important. Next up is high quality kitchen tools. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about a chef's knife. Now, I cook my own meals pretty frequently, even more so the past 2 years, so I did not realize how much easier cooking would become if you had high quality kitchen tools. So prior to getting this chef's knife, I had a set of knives which I suppose were pretty dull, but I didn't realize it at the time. That was sort of what my baseline was when it came to cooking. So when I got this new knife, it really changed my world because it made cutting things so much easier, so much faster. I feel like if I could recommend one high quality kitchen tool to get, it would be a chef's knife. Next is a category, and that is high quality electronics. Now, I have been an Apple user for my entire life, but I used to try to save a little bit of money by getting MacBooks and iPhones that had lower storage. But what would always end up happening is my electronics would just run out of storage so quickly, and it was truly such a hassle. And then all of a sudden I would get that notification on your phone that says that your storage is all up, and I had to just stand there deleting things while people were waiting. With my MacBook, anytime I tried to edit videos, it would take forever. My apps would all shut down. Now, I do not purchase a new iPhone or MacBook very frequently, but now anytime I do, I will just take the plunge and get the extra storage. This camera that I'm filming on right now is the Canon G7X, and it's a camera that I had thought about purchasing for a really long time. It is also definitely one of my best purchases because if I didn't have this camera, I would 100% film fewer videos. If you're thinking about purchasing things to fuel a passion of yours, I think that that is always worth it. So next up might be a little bit more of a controversial one, but that is a membership to a gym or workout classes that you thoroughly enjoy. Again, all of these are purchases that I personally feel have been worth it. I'm somebody who has a really hard time working out, if not in a workout class gym setting. So it really does motivate me to go work out more if I'm able to find a class and membership that I love doing. There was a point where I had found a workout class that I enjoyed going to so much. I was going every single day. It was the highlight of my day. So that just kind of shows the power of finding something that you enjoy doing. Obviously, there is a really easy cycle to get into of paying for a gym membership or a workout class and then just not going. So the caveat here is as soon as you figure out that a gym or a workout class is not working for you, then to stop your membership. My fifth best purchase has been traveling in my 20s. I really don't think I have ever regretted a trip that I've been on. As you get older, I think it might be a little bit more difficult to travel because there are just more things depending on you in your life. You might have a significant other or a family, a job that is extremely demanding. So I'm really grateful that I was able to do quite a bit of traveling before obviously the world shut down. I think back on those memories so fondly, and I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that I can do more traveling soon. Related to traveling, my next best purchase are high quality suitcases. So I typically just travel with a carry-on suitcase and a personal item, and I used to have this carry-on suitcase that could only be rolled if you leaned over the suitcase and pulled it. And it honestly was just inconvenient, especially if I was carrying other things or my backpack or my personal item was really heavy. I would always just be really envious of the people at the airport who had those suitcases that just rolled by pushing. It looked so much easier. So I finally got my own high quality suitcase. It is from Calpac. I absolutely love her. I feel like she's really durable, but is also really light, so it doesn't add extra weight. I always tend to overpack, I will admit. And so I decided to invest in a nice personal item as well. This one is also from Calpac, and I think it is genius. You can use it kind of as a suitcase. You can also carry it just like this, and it fits underneath the seat. It also has this little sleeve in the back that you can unzip and put on top of your suitcase handle. So then you can just be pushing one suitcase with your personal item on top of it. It fits so much more than a typical backpack does. I really dislike the feeling of being in an airport and being tired. You have all this stuff, and this just has made my life so much easier. I recently also got a rolling check-in suitcase. Now, I don't check in suitcases very often, but if you've ever had to check in a suitcase, I'm sure you know how frustrating it is to have to lug around this ginormous thing. So I got my suitcase from Bays. It is pretty similar to my Calpac one. It has a really lightweight exterior. There's a lock, but the best part is you don't have to tilt it over and pull it. It moves so smoothly, and I think it's really gonna help make my airport experience more stress-free. So that's what I really want when I'm traveling. I don't want to be stressed at the airport and have to worry about how I'm going to carry all these things. Number 7 is a nice mattress. I cannot rave enough about the mattress I currently have. It's a Tempur-Pedic mattress from Tuft & Needle. It's one of those online at-home mattress delivery services, and I love it. It is so comfortable. I'm actually excited to go to sleep every single day and to lie in my bed. We spend around a third of our lives sleeping, which is crazy to think about, but just goes to show how important having a good quality mattress is if you're spending so much of your time on it. I do think is a really, really great investment. Definitely one of my best investments. Another worthwhile purchase for me has been high quality jewelry. I recently started investing in high quality pieces, and I really never looked back. I've had pieces before that would break, rust, tarnish. I would forget to take them off and accidentally get them in water. So I decided to purchase pieces that I could wear forever. Next up is the book I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. I've talked about this book quite a bit on my channel. It changed my life when it came to personal finance. It gives really straightforward advice and also talks about psychology when it comes to money, which is something I don't think is really talked about. If you have no idea where to start when it comes to personal finance, I highly, highly recommend this book. This is actually something I got from Ramit, but if you think about it, a book is somebody else's entire life's work, research, expertise that is basically being passed down to you. You get to read what somebody else has spent years and years compiling. So that is something that is really magical. And he has this philosophy that you should never ever regret purchasing books because of that knowledge. This is for sure one of my best purchases. It immediately came to mind when I thought about filming this video, so highly, highly recommend. Speaking of personal finance, my last best purchase has been my Roth IRA. Now, if you're not familiar with what a Roth IRA is, it is a retirement account that you can put money in, and that money will be invested over time. So I think there's a lot of confusion when it comes to retirement. People often say saving for retirement. What you're actually doing when you open a 401k or a Roth IRA, a retirement account, is you're actually investing for retirement, because the money is not just sitting there in an account. You don't just put it in. It's not a saving account. It is actually being invested. So you can pick specific options to invest in, and that money will grow over time. The really unique thing about Roth IRAs is that your money grows tax-free because you are contributing after-tax dollars. So that means that when you contribute to your Roth IRA, you pay taxes now, so that when you end up taking out your money in the future, you don't have to pay taxes then. That is different than something like a traditional 401k in which you invest pre-tax dollars. So you don't have to pay taxes now, but then when you take that money out, you do have to pay taxes. So a Roth IRA is typically advantageous to you if you think that you're going to be in a higher tax bracket in the future than you are now, which is probably going to be the case for most younger people, because when you first start out in a job, job, you're probably not going to be making as much money than in, 20, 30 years. Of course, the magic of investing is compound interest, which means you basically earn interest on your interest. So the earlier you start investing, the more you can take advantage of compound interest, which is why for me as a young person, I've really tried to take advantage of my Roth IRA. I max it out every single year. I will leave some additional information down below for you to check out if you want to learn a little bit more. If you're looking to open a Roth IRA, you can do so with basically any brokerage firm, so you can get on that compound interest and that tax-free growth. All right, so those are my best purchases in my 20s. If you have a best purchase that you would like to share, feel free to leave a comment down below. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.